Now students, we will discuss about the transport of water and minerals. The movement of absorbed water and minerals is actually influenced by the transpiration and the root pressure. So what is transpiration? We know that plant absorb water from the soil, and very less water is used for the photosynthesis and other biochemical activities. Rest of the water is useless for the plant, so they have to get rid of that waste water. So rest of the water is given out in the form of water vapor through the stomata, and this process is known as transpiration. So what is transpiration? The process by which plant get rid of the extra water in the form of water vapor through the stomata, and this whole process is regulated by physiological activities such as normal healthy functioning of the plant, and it is very different from the evaporation. Let's discuss the mechanism of transpiration. Beta, you know that in the 7th standard you have studied about the guard cells. So we know that guard cells are present in the stomata. Stomata are small pores present in the surface of the plant. So you know that the two guard cells are present on the surface. During the daytime, what happened? Due to the light, all the water molecules are, or the glucose molecules accumulated near this guard cells or the stomata. Now what happened? Due to this, the water filled here, and the guard cells actually they are swollen up, and this swollen up give rise to the vacant place in between them. From this we know that exchange of gases take place, as well as what happen when the exchange of gases take place, along that some of the water also get out from this pores, the open place. Actually this is the price the plant paid for the process of exchange of gases. So here you can see guard cell open and close the stomata by regulating their own water content. The concentration of glucose increase within the guard cells during the day, and due to this the concentrated glucose increase, these cells they draw water from the surrounding cells, so that the I already told that the guard cells bulges out. It gives the place, and the water from the intercellular spaces come near that. Therefore the transpiration is price that plant has to pay in order to carry out the photosynthesis. So along with the for photosynthesis, exchange of gases take place through the stomata, and along the when the exchange of gases take place through this, you can see the water is also released from these spaces and in the form of water vapors. Transpiration through stomata stop when the stomata close during the night, but transpiration is may continue in low rate during the night also through the lenticels and the cuticles of the plant. You have to see this activity also. Now we will see the importance of transpiration. First, transpiration helps the plants to get rid of unused water. Transpiration is rapid during the daytime. So to start during that daytime, the leaves start running short of water. To develop a water deficit condition, the plant actually make a force of suction. That suction is known as the transpiration pull, so that the water from the roots carry out to the top of the plant, and the it along with this the minerals also goes along with the water to the top of the plant. This process is known as ascent of sap. So what is ascent of sap? The upward movement of water and mineral is called the ascent of sap. So transpiration help the or make the transpiration pull by making a suction, so that minerals and water from the root reached up to the top of the plant, and it also help in the ascent of sap. Transpiration also help to concentrate the cytoplasm of the plant. It also distribute water and minerals throughout the plant through this ascent of sap. It makes the plant body cool. As we feel after the sweating, same plants also feel after the transpiration. There are so many factors which are responsible for the transpiration. First one is the light, because light is very necessary. If light is there, then only stomata will open. Second, availability of the soil water, because water is absorbed from the soil. The rate of transpiration is influenced by the moisture content or the humidity. If humidity drier the atmosphere, higher is the rate of transpiration. Next, transpiration, the temperature of the atmosphere again affect the transpiration. For example, water evaporate faster at the higher temperature, and lower if the atmosphere is hot and dry, or climate is hot and dry as in the desert, it increases the rate of transpiration, because transpiration is more during the hot and dry climate. Next, transpiration rate is higher on the windy days. if atmospheric pressure is less, means the rate of transpiration is high. This is the transpiration.